Hey guys, Jacob Pimp here. I am going to show you guys 5 quick and good tips to become better Counter-Strike players. I know some of you may have heard it before, some of you may think, I got this under control, Jacob, don't you tell me what to do. But in all honesty, I am 100% sure that if you integrate and if you think about some of the tips that I'm giving you right here, you will over time become a better and more consistent Counter-Strike player. So enjoy the video and do not forget to leave a like, a comment, and maybe share the video with some of your noob friends that got to get on your level, got to drop them 30 bombs because they can't like you and I do all the time. Enjoy the video. There's a couple of good reasons as to why you should use Skin Baron to buy and sell your skins. On average, they are 30% cheaper than the Steam market, so there's an awful lot of money to be saved. It's a safe environment. They have more than 1 million skins up for grabs, all different types. And even more important as well, you can sell your skins, get money to your bank account, or you can buy them using credit card, mobile pay, etc. Germany-based company, they pay their taxes, they're very legit, safe environment, so get going. The first tip I'm going to give you guys is Crosshair Placement. It is essential for how good of a Counter-Strike player and how good of an aimer you're gonna be for the future. Yes, you can have snappy aim, yes, you can have good reflexes, but in reality, Crosshair Placement is the single most important thing, at least in my opinion, in order to get a consistent and good aim in Counter-Strike. Let me showcase that on a pre-fire map like this one. I'll link it in the description below. It's called Csgo Hub. I also have a warm-up video you can check out on my YouTube where I play this and talk about how you use pre-fire as a warm-up method, but you also practice your crosshair placement. So I for a fact know that there's a player right here. I for a fact know there's a player right here, and there's a player over here in the corner. Now let's pretend that I'm running around having 0 crosshair placement and I'm like this. Oh, well, I'm dead. Let's try again. See how uncontrollable it is? See how much I expose my body? See how much I have to adjust and how much time I have to kill a certain bot because I don't have the crosshair pointed towards them? Now know your angles, know your crosshair placement, and do like this. Let's try that again. That right there, that's perfect crosshair placement. You know where they are, you point your crosshair towards them, and in order to adjust and get the kill, you have such a small time of moving your crosshair into the head that you kill them more or less instantly. But if you always have to drag out like this, for example, I know there's a player down here, but if I go out like this, yeah, I'm spending just maybe half a second or a fraction of a second longer killing that guy. Same here. Have to adjust. I can do that, but if you're playing against another good player, you can't allow yourself to do that. So crosshair placement is essential. Practice, practice, practice. Pre-fire maps, deathmatch. Think about it when you game your matchmaking or you face it. The better crosshair placement you have, the better and more efficient as a player you will be. The next tip I'm gonna give you is to integrate a jump throw bind in your game. You wanna be able to throw the sickest, best, most awesome smokes in CSGO in order to give yourself an advantage and in order to set up your teammates for success. Now I can show it to you right here. In my console, it looks like this. I have it binded on Alt, and you can see this is the bind. I'll send it in the video description below, and you can copy it and integrate it yourself if you want to. You put this in, which now gives you the jump throw bind. Now, all the possibilities you now have. There's a ton of smoke videos on YouTube. I even have smoke videos on YouTube on Mirage and other maps you can check out. But to be able to do jump throw smokes is giving you a giant advantage. Let's take Mirage as an example. The most popular smoke and the most important smoke maybe in the entire game of Counter-Strike, or at the very least at Mirage, is the fast window smoke. You want to be able to smoke window ASAP. You do that from T-spawn with a jump throw bind. You just run in here, aim up right here, hold D in, throw, and off we go. Because I have the jump throw bind, I did the perfect window smoke, which is gonna land before you're even gonna be out top middle. That is so important. Without the jump throw, you are limiting yourself and your capabilities and your ability to throw smokes for yourself and for your teammates. So yes, it's a very simple advice, but integrate this into your play, learn your smokes, use them, and go kill people. The third tip, and a very important tip as well to make you a much better Counter-Strike player, is jiggle peeking, shoulder peeking, and in general being hard to hit the game. One thing is having good crosshair placement, one thing is having good aiming yourself, but you're also facing opponents who may have trained the same aim as you, who may have the same amount of crosshair placement as you. So you want to make sure, you want to make damn sure that you're good at jiggle peeking and you're as hard to hit as absolutely possible. I'm going to showcase it here against a bot, and yes, it's a low level bot, but the same concept applies even in pro games when I play, or in lower level games, whether that being silver or facing level 1, etc, etc. Shoulder peeking is the way to go. Now, if I shoulder peek this bot, he's not gonna kill me. Look at that, he gets my attention now. There you go, he's shooting at me now. Shoulder peek, shoulder peek, shoulder peek, shoulder peek, shoulder peek. I can kill him, but he's not gonna pick me. I know it's a bot, but the same goes on for players in Counter-Strike. Keep shoulder peeking, but the second I expose my body too much like this, oh, he starts hitting me. He starts hitting me. Alright. You want to make sure that you constantly keep shoulder peeking. Yeah, he got my attention now. See? Kid's not going to pick me. Aim out. Same here again. Shoulder peeking makes you 10 times harder to hit and gives you the good duels. Yes, this is a very simple way of showcasing it, but the more you shoulder peek when you go out of Palace on Mirage, where you walk out long on Dust 2, the harder you become to hit for the opponent, the bigger of a chance you will have to hit the opponent or trade frag your opponent. So let's say an opponent needs 10, 15 bullets because you're shoulder peeking, then the next guy on the team, he'll just trade frag that guy, move on, kill him, and you may win the round on it. So the harder you are to hit, the harder you are to kill basically in the game, the better you'll be as a Counter-Strike player. Very simple way of showing it, very low level right here, but it even applies in the best of the best games. So train your shoulder peeks, know when you're spotted, know when you're not. Train, 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 make yourself hard to hit, and all of a sudden you'll get kills and you'll survive situations that you normally would die. The next tip I'm going to give you here may be one of the most important things in Counter-Strike, and one of the things that I see a lot of players, even at pro level, still fail to understand or still fail to integrate fully into their gameplay. Let's build up here with a planted. Let's say that you plant the bomb on the B bomb side, right? You take the B bomb side, it's a 3 versus 3 scenario, and instantly you're just smoking, you're flashing, and you're molotov window. Like that. Well, why would you do that? If you know the CT players are rotating from A and they're not even ready to go in B, you just wasted all your nades instantly and you're just throwing them to throw the nades. How about you think about a purpose for your grenades? Let's say that you planted the bomb. You know they're about to rotate, so you wait, they're not up here yet, they're setting up for their retake, you wait, and then you smoke. Alright, then you smoke, you listen, okay, they're getting closer and closer and closer, and then you molotov. All of a sudden, the bomb is gonna be much closer to explode, and you had a purpose for your nades. Instead of just throwing grenades to throw them, always think about the purpose of why you throw your grenades. The longer you can stall your opponents, the more you can get out of a smoke, the more you can get out of a molotov or a flash, the better, right? If you flash outside of B when the bomb is planted, do it for a mate that is window. You ready? You ready? I'll flash for you. And the guy peeks in the flash. Or with the smoke, you know the guy is not up B yet. You know there's going to be 5 seconds before the guy's up here. Wait those 5 seconds. Because what happens then? You force the guy to go through the smoke instead of forcing the guy to wait for the smoke and then go in dry. Make sure that you think about why you use your nades and don't just throw them to throw them. I'm getting sick and tired of watching it, and I see pro players do it all the time. Be better. The 5th and final tip is also very important, and is also one of those tips that will elevate you given that you're playing these positions. Staying alive in Counter-Strike is sometimes key. I know most of us, we're like, we just want to kill, we just want to fight. You see 5 guys rushing out of BMs, you're standing right here and you're just ready to spray them all down. But what if I told you that in a lot of those scenarios, you're actually doing it wrong? What if that staying alive is actually the most important thing you can do in a round, especially when you play anchor positions like B on Mirage, like B on Dust 2, like B on the old Cash for an example, or like B on Train. Now, staying alive is important because it allows your teammates to back you up. So let's say you're playing a scenario right here where you're jumping, you see nothing. You're jumping, you see nothing. You're jumping and you see 5 people all of a sudden, and what you do is you get caught off guard right here, you want to fight, you get 1 kill and you die. Well, the terrorists come out and now they can overrun the entire side, and as soon as the terrorist is standing right here, smoking down right here, how on earth are your teammates supposed to retake the B bomb side? You cannot allow that to happen. So let's replay that scenario once more. You're jumping, you see nothing. Now you're jumping again, you see nothing. You're jumping and you see 5 guys, what you do is you fall back, you throw a smoke like this, and you hold this angle. For example, you're going behind bench, you're just holding the smoke, you're just sitting here in cover, and you're just staying alive as long as you can, because when they get out inside, you can kill them, you can stay alive, and guess what? No terrorist will be over here smoking off right here, which allows your teammate to run out here, and I'll help you. Now you can fight two together. So staying alive and picking your fights when it's the best to do it is essential in Counter-Strike, and it's not easy. I know it's a fine balance, because yes, sometimes fighting is the right thing to do. Sometimes you're just a good player, you're just feeling it. You just gotta kill all 5, you gotta get that ace, you gotta put it on YouTube, and you gotta feel like a superhero. But 9 out of 10 times, you'll be the guy, you'll be the idiot on the team who's gonna lose the entire game, because you constantly keep dying on B, fighting and not staying alive. Ramp on nuke is another great example. Staying alive on ramp nuke is the single most important thing. More important than even getting a kill, because you don't want to lose ramp control on a map like nuke, because that allows the terrorists to rotate down to the lower bomb site or go back to lobby without you knowing it. Same right here for Mirage. Very, very tough to retake the B bomb site, so you don't want to allow them to take it over, which means that the longer you stay alive, the longer you can hold them back and the backup can come in and help you, the better. Think about it. It's not always the answer to stay alive, but sometimes it is. So, yes, you want to be a superhero, but sometimes go watch some of the pro players. Go watch a Sipmix play ramp on nuke, for an example. Go watch Kerrigan play B on Mirage. Those guys, they know how to stay alive. Those guys, they know how to play Counter-Strike at a high level, and I hope that this video will help you guys to do the same. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to leave a like and or a comment, and maybe even share it if you found this useful. I would be happy, to see that you guys learned something from this video. If not, then call me a potato, move on, and yeah, don't ever waste your time watching my videos again. I probably can't help you then. Bye-bye.